Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem El Shai, Ba'ashem El Rakak Dash. Double honors unto the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, and shalom to the whole full elect. This is Payal of the GMS London camp, and I have a couple precepts I've compiled together through the Spirit, and Lord willing, this will be an edifying video. It's really centered around this precept right here, and yeah, man, it's just something that's been heavy on my spirit, in the vein of in line with mercy, and as these times we're in some crazy times, man. We're heading to the point of the hour of temptation, Jacob's trouble, all right, and all of these things that we've been teaching over the years, they're manifesting before our eyes. And these great final prophecies that have been spoke of for a very long time are finally coming to a head. And with that being said, it is, we understand that, or more so, I'll say, it's been put to the forefront of my mind more and more that this is all in line with the will of the Heavenly Father. This week just gone at the camp, we had a scoffer come up and basically was saying that the Heavenly Father don't deal with like predestination, or don't eliminate free will, is more or less what he's saying. But we more or less got into him to the point of if escapes me at this point, but basically the point being that everything that's happening is of the will of the Heavenly Father. There's we pointed out points that look, Noah's Ark, these different things, it was all the Heavenly Father's will. That was a point. It said what was a prophet? What was the job of a prophet? What would they do? They had the word of the Heavenly Father, and they said what he said was gonna happen before it happened. And then was it fulfilled? Yes, it was. So that was all according to the will of the Heavenly Father. So everything, and this is why, I've been really thinking about the Lord's mercy, because it's really down to, and it's something, that's always been known, that if you're of the elect, your name is written. It's as simple as that, man. There's nothing you can do to make your name be written, or if your name is written, there's nothing you can do to take it away. It's all according to the will of the Heavenly Father. So let's get into this lesson. All right, I've got a few precepts, and I'll just, Lord willing, be an edifying video. So this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, otherwise known as Sirach, the 19th chapter and the 24th verse. It says, "He that hath small understanding and feareth the Most High is better than one that hath much wisdom and transgresseth the law of the Most High." So let's read again. He that hath small understanding, yeah, as someone new to the faith, or that being their portion, all right, the measure of faith that's been allotted to them. But the point is that they have faith, all right. So it said, in that small faith, they have understanding according to it. So it says, "He that have small understanding and feareth the Most High," all right, and that's the main point, fear of the Heavenly Father, because it tells you in the book of Proverbs, the first chapter, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Loosely paraphrasing. So it says, it's better than one that have much wisdom and transgresseth the law of the Most High. So the main point is the doing, all right? Because if you transgress the law, what do you lack? You lack the fear of the Heavenly Father. So if you fear the Most High, that means you do the law, you carry forth the law to the best of your ability, because none of us are perfect, all right? Paul, a man that was likened unto a Pharisee, The Pharisees are very diligent in their faith, all right, in the practicing of the law. He said that he said that what I ought to do I do not, and that which I ought not to do I do. So he acknowledged that. He goes off, man. All right. But if it's for the mercy of the Heavenly Father to basically, through Yahweh Shai, to basically give him the grace, all right, as to where he isn't condemned. All right. So that being a point, through the fear of the Heavenly Father, all right, that's what makes you, that would make you better than someone that has much wisdom and doesn't have the fear of the Most High. Let's go to the example, because this example personifies it to a T. Alright, so this is the book of Luke, the 18th chapter, and I believe it's the 10th verse to the 14th verse. Just highlight it. So it's Luke 18 and 10. So there's two men went up into the temple to pray. The one a Pharisee, as I mentioned before. The Pharisee is a sect in the tribe, in the house, in the kingdom of the time of the province of Judea, right? Who were revered for the keeping of the law, right, and their diligence in it, and the learning of the law and all those things around it. And the other, a publican, basically a tax man, all right, someone that was esteemed as immoral, all right, and basically the worst kind of being in the nation at that time. So it says the Pharisee stood and prayed thus with himself, the Most High, right? I thank thee that I am not as other men are, extortioners, unjust, adulterers, or even as this publican, all right? And he said all these unjust things that the Lord doesn't delight in. But he even went as far as to point out the publican beside him, all right, which he has no understanding as to what or who he is in his faith or the spirit, all right. It should have even been a thing for if he had a sense of humility, he would have actually acknowledged the fact that there's a publican in the temple and really questioned that, all right, question this man's faith, all right, and the possibility of what he may be, what he may be in tune with. All right, verse 12. I fast twice in a week. I give tithes of all that I possess. All right. And that publican standing afar, and the publican. So he did many works unto the Lord, but guess what? He failed in one such way. All right. But as we read, you'll see. So it says, verse 13. And the publican standing afar off would not lift up so much as his eyes unto heaven, all right? And that's a great show of humility, all right, for him to not look at the Heavenly Father, because he showed great humility in looking to the ground. The word humble or humility goes back to the word, I believe it's hummus or something to that effect, which means ground, all right? So in him looking to that ground shows a great deal of humility, all right? And where does humility come from? Humiliation. All right. And so let's read it. So it says, and the publican standing afar off would not lift up so much as his eyes unto heaven, but smote upon his breast, saying, Lord, be merciful to me, a sinner. So he was humiliated at the fact that he was a sinner before the Heavenly Father. But in having that great humiliation and acknowledging that he was a sinner, it brought about what? Humility. All right, and that's why the Heavenly Father did show mercy unto him, as we read. So verse 14, I tell you, this man went down to his house justified rather than the other. Because it tells you in the book of Job that if I justify myself, I at the same time Job 9 and 20, if I justify myself, mine own mouth shall condemn me. If I say I am perfect, it shall also prove me perverse. So yeah, that Job acknowledged that, and that's the same sentiment we ought to carry. All right, and that's something that Pharisee didn't do. All right, so it says, "If I justify myself, mine own mouth shall condemn me." All right, he went to see he sought his own justification, but in doing so, he basically condemned himself because all of fallen short of the glory of the Most High. All right, our righteousness is as filthy rags. All right, Jacob, thou worm. That's what the Lord said. All right, it's from the mercy and the grace of the Heavenly Father that makes you clean. All right, and in His eyes. So let me read verse 14 again. I tell you, this man went down to his house justified rather than the other. For everyone that exalteth himself shall be abased. So if you exalt yourself, guess what's going to happen? You're going to be abased, brought to the ground. And he that humbleth himself shall be exalted. And that's what he did. He showed great humility in that saying, all right, before the Heavenly Father. And that's it. Right, let me close out on this one. The last precept. So this is the book of Isaiah 66. I'm going to read 1 and 2. Sorry, 66, verse 1 and 2. So it says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, the heaven is my throne, and the earth is my footstool." Alright, this is the most high power. His name is Yahweh. Okay, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai. Yahweh means he to be. Yahweh Shai means he deliverer. Alright. Now the Most High, he made everything and he ordained it by the hand of his only begotten son Yahweh Shai. He went forth with the angels and basically did all his bidding. Alright. So let's read it again. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, the heaven is my throne and the earth is my footstool. Alright. And that shows you he is above and beyond everything that we see before us. Okay. He sits in the heavens as his throne. We as beings upon the earth, grasshoppers to the Heavenly Father. We sit upon chairs made of man inside a house that's on this earth, man. Alright, under the clouds. But the Heavenly Father sits on his throne way above the heavens that, we can merely look at. Alright. So it says, where is the house? Where is the house that ye build unto me? And where is the place of my rest? Yeah, that's why when Yahweh Shai passed, alright, you had the basically the temple, the second temple was done away with. Alright, and they brought about the third temple, alright, the temple of lively stones. Because the Heavenly Father made the house of Israel, and better yet, he made the elect to be the third temple on his side. Alright? Whereby the elect being the third temple, alright, starting with Yahweh Shai as a cornerstone, they basically the elect being the third temple is a house that can't be built with hands, man. But it was built by the Heavenly Father and ordained by him and given into the hand of Yahweh Shai. And that's where he will rest. Where two or three are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst. He spoke of us being lively stones, alright? And New Jerusalem coming down from heaven, alright, after the destruction. Now it's getting to the point, verse 2. For all those things hath mine hand made, and all those things have been, saith the Lord Yahweh. But to this man will I look. And this is the point, alright? We just read an example. Even to him that is poor and of a contrite spirit and trembleth at my word. And that's something we ought to, hold close to us, man. This word. Right, and we're sure, and as these things manifest more and more upon the earth, even though before they were happening, we knew it, we heard it, and we felt the power of faith, all right, sent from the Heavenly Father as a gift, all right, unto us. But now even more so, these are the times where you are to hold to his words even more tighter and more dearly, okay, because it's being manifest. and those that endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So with that, I hope you're edified, and I say shalom, shalom, shalom.